Hey y'all, happy Money Monday. Listen, she's not on right now. We at home, okay? We are in our regular get up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, your girl was wearing a wig yesterday. Y'all, I bought my first wig. I have never worn a wig. I feel like I'm definitely late to the train. But even growing up, like I didn't wear weave or any of that. Like I always wear my hair. So I'm not like a big, synthetic hair person, but baby, the wig was giving what it needed to, and she will be on, okay? So y'all will see her from time to time, and y'all will see, a little natural piece from time to time. But how are y'all doing? Happy Monday. Y'all know it's Money Monday. Today on the channel, I was talking about paying off debt on a 9 to 5. Like, is that a thing? Can you do it? If you see the title of the video, I'm already telling you, you can't pay off debt on a 9 to 5. It's going to take a lot more than your 9 to 5 to do so. So yeah, that's what this Money Mondays topic is about, and I definitely want to know, like, how do y'all feel about it? Have you tried to pay off debt before, and did you just solely do it with your 9 to 5? I know me, like, I wouldn't say I tried to pay off debt or become debt free in the past. Like, I would try to pay off, like, something here, something there, but I wasn't trying to be like debt free. I was just trying to pay it off just because I knew that the balance was too high and I was sick of paying on it and getting nowhere, so I wanted to pay it off. But I really didn't have like a plan. But even back then, like in my teaching days, I definitely, would have had to get, I don't know, because in my early teaching days, so I became a teacher in 2014. And from 2014 until 2016, me and my bestie, or a little before that, me and her lived together. So we would split the rent. I want to say it was probably like $600-ish each. Oh, Lord, I missed them days, child. But yeah, your girl was not trying to pay off nothing. That's the thing with that. Like, you will look back on stuff and be like, why? Like, why wasn't I just financially smart at that time? Like, I could have been debt free, okay? Especially when you got a roommate, y'all splitting everything down the middle. Like, girl, what was you doing? But that was neither here nor there, okay? So if you watching this and you trying to become debt free, and you got all these bills, and you are, maybe you're in a roommate situation right now, take advantage of that. Or maybe you're open to a roommate situation, figure it out, see what works for you, to see if that could be an option for you, to help you to pay off debt and then pay it off really, 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 really fast. But yeah, I would say my stance is that you cannot pay off debt solely on a 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5, like I said, that's just for your basic necessities. That's what's kind of keeping the train running. That's what's keeping the lights on. But to do things in addition to that, you are going to have to get another job. You're going to have to get more than one job. And you're gonna have to try to get in where you fit in. We're all busy, of course, but we got 24 hours. How can you maximize your time? And that's one thing that I would rack my brain with, because I was working from 9 to 5, and then I had a bit of a commute too. And I'm like, well, how can I do this? And it took a lot of just, wheels turning, looking at the skills that I had, because of course the weekends, you can definitely maximize your weekends, but during the week, you also want to try to do, something during the week. So I wouldn't do food delivery during the week, but I would do it on the weekends. And that's when I got my tutoring gig, and I would tutor during the week because that was virtual. And I was able to get off work, come home, log right in. I used to tutor from like Monday. I used to do Monday through Friday, I believe. Oh, girl, I was hitting it. I used to be at work from 9 to 5. I used to come home, be running up them stairs to log into my tutoring sessions to help the students. And that would go until 8 o'clock. So really, I would have a long days. Now looking back on it, I'm just like, oh, thank you, Lord. Glad that's over. But I will say, that it sucked during that time, but it was worth it. I also think that, as you are getting more side hustles, you will be able to see that you can make money. That's one thing that I learned about myself is that, like, I don't have to just stick with one, job. I can get as many as I can handle to increase my income. So I think that's something that's very important. Thank you. I see somebody like my live, so thanks for your support. Um, but I think that's very important. And that was something that taught me is that I know how to make money. Sometimes, like, in our heads, like, we just get stuck. Oh, I can only do this job and I have to take how much they pay me, or this is the most that I'll ever make. Like, get out of that mindset. Like, even like as I like just left my job and I was making like a nice wage, but I was like, Alexis, you can go make more money somewhere else. Thanks, Mom. She's if you go back and watch this live, my mom was watching the live and she just texts me. But sometimes, I think that we just get stuck just in our minds. No, you can go make more money somewhere else and for less stress. Start like speaking it, into existence, which is something that I, had to do. And that I still do, just every day, because I know for me, I can be very laser focused. I'm a creature of habit. I'm just one of those people where I like familiarity. I want to, do it the same way each time. And I think for me, I really had to open my mind to other things to say, okay, Duggan, you can, branch out and do this. It's okay. You can get this somewhere else. And I think that's just something that we just all get caught up in. Like, never get too comfortable. If you are in the same space that you've always been in, chances are that maybe, you may be just inhibiting some growth in certain areas in your life, and nobody just wants to be stuck. That is not a good feeling. So as you branch out, just branching out and taking on like other jobs and seeing what was out there, like, it opened my mind a lot, just to be like, like, people are running their own businesses. Not that I didn't know that, but when it's kind of, people are doing these things, but once you get under people who are doing these things and you see that, okay, like, this person, wow, they're really taking life by the reins. They got a whole business out here, and it's flourishing. They're doing this, they're doing that. It opens your mind to other things. And I think that was something that I needed personally, because I think for me, I had just already had in my head what I was going to do and what I was going to be, and that was just it. But no, that wasn't true. There's much more out there. And now I want to see it for myself, what else is out there for me, which is something, that everybody should experience. But it starts with your finances, because a lot of times you can't see what's out there if you broke. Like, I couldn't see for a long time what was out there because I was broke. I was not making good decisions with my money. But once I started, to get my money right, like, things like started to fall in place. Just like regarding like other aspects. So I think it's important to know that, yes, of course you do need a 9 to 5. I'm not saying that it's while you're, paying off debt, you do need a 9 to 5. That is very important. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that can't be it. Because you're going to be paying off debt for the rest of your dang on life if you just work that one job. Now, there are some people, who maybe they don't have a whole lot of debt, and they, have that 9 to 5, and they just need to know how to manage their money. That's a little different. But, with me, like, when I started paying off my debt, I was making $51,500, and my debt was $43,000. And that was just like, yeah, that was everything. 43, that was like dang near my income after taxes and stuff. That's, but after taxes eat up your check, they always want to eat up the little people. That's basically what I was bringing home. So I couldn't use that to pay off my debt. Like, that was not an option. That was rent, food, gas, all the things of that nature. I had to do something else. And I always talk about this, but I remember seeing people who work multiple jobs and thinking, ugh, like, why would you do that? Like, I barely want to be here. Like, why would I go somewhere else? But, now I was able to see that, okay, this is how people get ahead. This is how people, amass a savings. This is how people, pay for vacations and things of that nature. They do that by, taking on, just extra work. So I remember, like, my para, when I was in the classroom, she worked as a para, and then she worked at a movie theater like Thursday through Sunday, I think. And she used to be getting off at like 1 in the morning and would come into work, and I used to be like, oh my gosh. But now, I understand, like, that hustle and that grit, like, that's what will take you, to the next space. And then I know for me, I would always remind myself, like, girl, you is not about to be doing this forever. You are going to, do this for this short period of time. And as I was paying off debt, like, there's like debt calculators and stuff, but I never used them because I didn't want that to disappoint me. I was just like, I'm just gonna keep paying, because as you like amass like through your debt snowball, like, you will be able to see, okay, I should be done by this time. So I never did the debt calculator, because if I would have seen that I was gonna be doing this for 22 months, that may have discouraged me quite a bit. So I didn't pay attention, to that. I just kind of kept, pushing forward, because that was very, very important for me. But in addition, to getting side hustles, like in the video I talk about, get the low-hanging fruit. Like, sometimes I think people be thinking too big. Like, you just need an extra 20-ish hours to be able to give you that extra income to put towards your debt. And this is another thing too. As you're side hustling and things like that, you're going to see a whole lot of money coming in, right? You're going to be like, oh, I could go do this. I could go do that. That's not what this is for. Like, this is for you to put every single penny towards your debt. Now, I can see if an emergency comes up, an emergency is unexpected, like, you got a flat tire, something like that, your water heater broke, of course you would have that to be able to cash flow that. But outside of that, every single dollar, like when I was dashing, I got paid weekly. If you do food delivery, you get paid like typically like it'll start dispersing to your account on that Monday. You'll get it like by Tuesday, Wednesday. So yeah, when I would get paid on a weekly basis from food delivery, I would put that directly on my debt. And I can think of like paying off my student loans when I was doing that part. As soon as I got that little check, I would put that right on my debt, like immediately. Also, as you are getting these side hustles as well, you want to set a goal. So like when I was doing food delivery, and I've been doing food delivery lately too, child, it's an easy way to make money and to just keep some consistency. And I hadn't done it like in a while, but I just kind of got back into it because I wanted to make sure like my cash flow stayed right. And then I didn't want to be idle either. But you want to set a goal. So like if you're doing something like food delivery, it's per order. So I would typically set a goal like $50 for the weekend. And that was like my main goal, which is pretty easy to do on like a Friday, Saturday, even on a Sunday. And so, but if you're not, doing something like that, like maybe you're just working at Dollar Tree, you want to set a goal that each week you want to have at least 20 hours because that's going to be at least $400, or $200, however much. But it's important that as you're side hustling to set a goal. Like, don't just be taking on like little, pieces of things that's not going to make a difference. Get something that's going to be consistent, that will have hours, that would meet yours. Yeah, nobody wants to get up on Saturday morning after working all week, I understand. But yes, your girl was up on Saturday mornings for a good portion of that debt-free journey, getting up, and I would teach a class at 9. Then I would hang around to do like some counseling. Then I have a meeting after that. It was a lot. Like, that was a lot, but it's what it takes, you know. And then it's a good reminder, like, as you do all of that, it reminds you, I won't even look at a financing ad. Like, no, that is not for me. Because you know how many DoorDash runs that would have took to pay that crap off. Like, no. So, you gotta put some grit into it. Taking on those extra jobs outside of your 9 to 5, it lets you know that this is not, you know, I don't want to do this ever again. So I'm going to make sure that I, you know, do what I'm supposed to do financially. Also, I think it's important, you know, as you're taking on extra jobs and things of that nature to pay off your debt, you do want to, you know, rest where you can. You know, I rested where I could. You know, I took off days, you know, where I could. Especially, like, if you start to feel yourself getting sick and things like that, you need to slow down. Like, you have to slow down because you don't want to be, you know, down and out for too long. And then you get discouraged and things like that. So take your rest, you know, where you can. Maybe, you know, listen to your body. If it's a Saturday and you just feeling all achy and stuff, you know, you need to lay down. Because nobody wants to fall out down to the job or down to the side hustle. Like, no. So make sure, you know, that you're getting your rest. Because, yeah, you are going to have to hustle, but you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You know, for folks who like millennials, folks like that, it is important to remember that, you know, you got to work like while you can. Because you don't want to be 60 something talking about you trying to pay off $100,000 in student loan debt. I'm not saying it can't be done. It can. But the way that you could work 30 years ago is going to be quite different than, you know, at that age. So while you can, you know, get up and go off of, you know, maybe not a full 8 hours, maybe like 6 hours of sleep, then you want to maximize that. Or, you know, while your body's not like achy and you can, you know, get up and do things, you can be active, you want to take advantage of that. Because, you know, it's going to come a time where, you know, everybody is, you know, you're going to have to take way more breaks. You're not going to be able to work like you used to. And that's one thing I used to think, like, yeah, now I can work, I have the capacity, I want to take advantage of that. And then later you can just chill. So if you haven't, be sure to catch that video. It just premiered today. So make sure you head over there, drop me a comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And share my videos as well. If you know somebody who's trying to get out of debt, if you know somebody who, you know, just needs some encouragement, be sure to send them my video. I would greatly appreciate that. And don't forget, I have a $5 e-guide that talks about my debt-free journey and how I became debt-free. And it's easy, it's encouraging, it's only $5. You get it right away. So make sure you put in the correct email so that it can be sent to your email right away. And, you know, give it a go. You purchase it, share it, you know, with somebody else. I definitely wrote it, you know, to just provide some inspiration to others. And yeah, y'all, that's where we are on this Money Monday. Thank you for all of your support. We are going to hit 1,900 subscribers soon, so I'm very excited about that road to 2K. My watch hours are definitely doing well, and that's thanks to y'all. So thank you so much. And listen, I am about to go. I'm making a little meatloaf, so check that out on my shorts later. I'm making a meatloaf. I got some little artisan cheese shells. I also have some green beans going. So y'all be sure to check me out over on my shorts, because I'm about to go eat. Your girl is hungry. But I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.